Hello and good day, audience. This is your instructor Abdul Rafe, and a warm welcome to my YouTube channel. Doesn't matter from wherever you are in the world. So, again, this is a discussion on the Pearson Edexcel International GCSE for AC1 accounting. So, this is about Pearson Edexcel accounting. I'm going to explain you about the paper pattern and the syllabus as well. What candidates must information they know, what students must know information about the paper pattern, syllabus, and how they should attempt this paper as well. Definitely. So students need to understand that Edexcel accounting for AC1 will have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. If we talk about you need to do complete syllabus, you can appear in June session and the October session as well. There are past papers available from 2019 onwards, okay? 2019, 2020, 2021 on the Edexcel website. So yeah, you can practice from there as well, or with me in my classes as well if you are planning to appear for sitting for the exams in 2025. So when we talk about paper number 1, sir, paper number 1 is called Introduction to Accounting and Bookkeeping. Okay, so paper number 1 is called, sir, Introduction to Bookkeeping and Accounting. It is basically 100 marks paper. Okay, students, so paper 1 is basically, sir, 100 marks. Let's write down the pointers. It's a 100 marks paper, and the split is basically the percentage weight is given to this is 66.7%. So you can say it's like the huge weightage is placed on this. It is almost 66.67% or 70%, you can say. So it's a 100 marks paper. 66.7% is the weighted. Students need to understand questions will be tested in two sections. The paper is split in, sir, section number A. So we have section number A split and section number B split as well. Okay, so when we talk about section number A and section number B, so section number A is 10 multiple choice questions. Okay, so there will be 10 MCQs. Okay, 10 multiple choice questions, each of 1 mark, and then there are 3 5 marks questions. Okay, 3 questions, each of 25 marks. Okay, 3 questions, sir, each of 25 marks, which are very basic. So these are 3 short questions, we can say. You can write down that these are 3 short questions, each worth, sir, 15 marks. Okay, each 15 marks worth. Okay, so in total this becomes, students, 25 marks. Okay, because 1 MCQ is 1 mark and 3 short questions, each of 5 marks, my bad, not 15 marks, each 3 short questions, each of 5 marks. Okay, so apologies. That's how it will make 25 marks. Okay, 3 5s are 15 and 15 plus 10, 25 marks. So that is what students need to understand, that this section number A of paper 1. Okay, we are talking about paper 1 only, students. Section number A of paper 1 talks about 10 MCQs and 3 short questions, each worth of 5 marks. A total 25 marks comes from here, and remaining 75 marks, students, will come from section number B of the same paper, which is basically 15 marks each questions. Okay, 15 marks questions. And so how many questions they will test? 15 marks is each question, and they will test you 5 questions. Okay, so 5 questions worth 15 marks each makes it these are multiple parts. Okay, so we can say multiple parts, maybe part A, part B, part C, part D. That's how it can go. So I'll repeat, section B will be testing you 5 questions, each of 15 marks each. So total becomes, sir, 75 marks. Okay, 5 15s is basically 75. Okay, so that's how the marks are the split between the 100 marks. So 100 marks are split between 25 and 75 marks in paper 1. The most important part, sir, how much is the duration? So if we talk about the duration, students, this paper duration is of 2 hours because it is lengthy, and you can say that it's have the more weightage, like almost approximately 65 to 70% weightage it have. So these are the important points for Edexcel 4AC1 accounting, in which paper 1 is basically, let me summarize quickly, sir. Paper 1 is linked to Introduction to Bookkeeping and Accounting. In this paper, you are tested on for 100 marks, 25 marks split and 75 marks split between section A and section B, sir. It's a 2 hours paper with 70% weightage. Now, the good thing about Edexcel Accounting 4AC1 is basically they also tell you what they are going to test on. So what we can clearly see is basically they are going to test us on, sir. They are going to test us on, students, these 3 topics, okay? We'll be discussing them in detail as well, but students need to understand that topic number 1 is basically accounting environment, okay? Topic number 2 is basically introduction to bookkeeping. There are total 5 topics in this syllabus, okay? If we talk about syllabus, in this syllabus there are 5 topics. Topic number 1, 2 and 3 are being tested in paper number 1, okay? So introduction to control processes is basically topic number 3. So let me write it down as well. Another main important point of this is basically, sir, that topic number 1, 2 and 3 are tested in basically paper number 1, okay, students? Next we talk about paper number 2. What is the pattern of that and what we have to prepare for that in that. So paper number 2 is named as financial statements, okay, students? Paper number 2 is named as financial statements, sir. And when we talk about financial statements, we need to understand that this is basically the remaining weightage, that is 33.3% left. So this is 33.3% left weightage. It is also 50 marks paper only, students. It is 50 marks paper, sir. 33.3% weightage, 50 marks paper, and there will be only 2 lengthy questions, okay? 2 questions each of, so these are long questions, okay? So you can say 2 long questions, which means multi-part, okay? So you can have part A, B, C and D for 1 and part A, B, C and D, E for part 2 as well. So 2 long questions each worth of 25 marks. That's how the split is there, okay? Each worth 25 marks, students. So paper 2 is about financial statements, 33 point, and the most important thing, sir, how much time is available. So you have 1 hour 15 minutes, okay, students? So you have basically 75 minutes to solve this paper. This is basically, sir, 75 minutes, and this is basically 2 hours, means that 120 minutes you have to solve for this paper. So this is to give a complete idea. So this is paper 1, introduction to bookkeeping and accounting, sir. Introduction to bookkeeping and accounting. And then we talk about paper number 2, that is in which we have to financial statements preparation, in which basically it's a 1 hour 15 minutes, only 33.3% weightage, 50 marks. And most important thing, what they test is basically they test here topic number 4 and 5, okay, students? So sir, they test here topic number 4 and 5. That is another important thing. What is topic number 4 and 5, sir? Topic number 4 and 5 are, sir, preparation of the financial statements, okay? How do you prepare financial statements? And about the end of year adjustments for the accounting period. Sir, what are the end of accounting period adjustments? That is tested in, sir, topic number 5. And remaining 3 topics, accounting environment, introduction to bookkeeping and introduction to control processes, is tested in the paper number 1. That is almost 70% weightage. Now, the next part of this lecture is, once you understand the paper pattern, this is basically what students need to know, that it will be 2 hours paper, the timings and those other things as well. Now we talk about what the topics are. So although we'll have a discuss detail, we'll detail and discuss in our live sessions as well, what is the what students need to learn about the syllabus paper pattern as well, and what topics do they need to do thoroughly. But just to give an idea, because it's an overview lecture, so what you should be knowing about in topic number 1, accounting environment, students. So just overall quickly, that, sir, what you need to know about the overall accounting environment is basically the types of business organizations, like we have public limited company, partnership, sole traders, okay, partnership, private sector, public listed companies, private companies. So types of the business organization is important, that students need to know for topic number 1, that is the accounting environment, as well as some basically theory as well. You must know about the accounting concepts as well, sir. that there are a lot of accounting concepts: business materiality, prudence concept, matching concept, accruals, money measurement, consistency concept. All of them will be discussed in detail. Point number 3 is basically that what is the benefits of using computerized accounting or using of the technology. So what are the benefits of using technology in the accounting? You have to write down theory answers here: the benefits, the drawbacks of using it, the drawbacks, the advantages, the fraud things about hardware, software, confidentiality, security of data. So it's a theory topic. And point number 4 is what are the professional ethics, that is basically integrity and confidentiality and all those other concepts like integrity, and these things we'll be talking about in detail of all those definitions. This is all basically, this is, we can say that this is almost theoretical part. Okay, so this is basically, sir, you can write it down as well. Mostly it is theoretical part here, that theory being tested in paper number 1 from topic number 1. Okay, paper number 1 includes, sir, topic number 1. Okay, students, paper number 1 includes topic number 1. Next we move on to topic number 2 as well. Now here comes the most important part of paper 1. In topic number 2, that is introduction to bookkeeping, students need to know a lot of things. They need to know about the documentation, okay, business documentation, like the checks and the we can say credit note, purchase order, sales invoice, these things. Okay, that will be discussed in detail, sir. So we have business documentation. We can say once you are done with business documentation, you need to know about books of original entry as well, sir. So we'll talk about books of original entry. Okay, students, so we have to talk about books of original entry. And similarly, a lot of chapters are there. These are just the main headings. Books of original entries are cash book, petty cash book, journal, purchase returns day book, sales return journal, purchase return journal, these things. Then you must know how to make the accounts, T accounts. Okay, ledger accounting, the T account comes here. Then as well as, if we just try to speed up this, ledger accounting is there. Then you must know about capital, revenue, expenditures, depreciation. Okay, so we talk about capital, revenue, expenditure, the topic of depreciation, its theory, how many methods are there. This all comes in topic number 2 that you must know. This is the most important, as I believe, and more topics are there. Then we have concept of irrecoverable debts as well. Okay, so irrecoverable debts and the provision for doubtful debts come as well in this. So these are all T accounts. This is basically inclusive of theory and numerics. Okay, so this one is both theory and numeric. And one more chapter that comprise in this is basically other receivables and payables. Okay, so the other chapter, one more chapter that we have in this is, sir, other receivables and payables. Okay, students, so here we go, sir. Other receivables and payables account. How do you make the T accounts from them? So you can write down that this is basically theory plus numerics, lot of numerics as well. You must know about the theory of them and numerical solving, that is the number solving. Once we move forward, this is still, we are discussing about paper 1 content, what does come in paper 1 content. Then when we talk about the introduction to control processes, so you must know that this is basically arithmetical accuracy checking. So we have trial balance chapter, students. Okay, you must know about what is trial balance, how to prepare trial balance. You must know about control accounts. The word control itself says. These are all numerics and theory both included. Okay, then point number 3 will be in topic number 3 of paper 1, how do you correct errors? A lot of difficult chapter, a lot of students get struggle in this, so will learn about correction of errors as well. And then point number 4 will have, sir, is basically how do you prepare bank reconciliation statements. So this is where it ends. Paper 1 will end. The paper 1 content ends, that you must know all of these things to make sure that you score good marks out of the 100 marks of paper 1. That is 70% weightage. Okay, so we'll have definitions, theories and numerics again in this as well. So let's write it down. It's again theory plus numerics, and a lot of more detail is there, but we'll do that separately, chapter by chapter wise. Okay, now when we talk about paper 2, a very important point, students, just to summarize the important thing, whenever you're talking about paper 2, follow very carefully. Paper 2, when you are going to appear for, you must have knowledge of paper 1. So you cannot solve paper 2 without not having the knowledge of paper 1. which means students that in order to attempt paper 2, in order to learn paper 2, you must be knowing about paper number 1 content as well. Okay, you cannot, it's a prerequisite, you cannot attempt that paper if you don't have done that. Okay, if you haven't done paper 1 concepts. Okay, and that is why the examiner basically tests first paper 1 and then examiner tests paper 2. Okay, so when we talk about topic number 4, that is basically preparation of financial statements, you must know about sole trader income statement, which is called now statement of profit and loss. Okay, you must know about partnerships balance sheet and income statement, current account, capital account, and these things, appropriation account. So partnerships must be done. Okay, sole trader partnerships you have to do incomplete records when the business or when the sole trader on the business does not maintain complete accounting records and some items are missing or theft is done, stolen. Then you must know how to calculate and explain ratios. Okay, calculation and interpretation of the ratios as well. Okay, calculation, interpretation of the ratios. Okay, students, hope the spelling is correct. So interpretation of ratios, calculation and the interpretation of the ratios as well. Then we can talk about interpretation, and the last one will be in this comes in as what about the manufacturers. Okay, so manufacturing accounting can come as well, that if you are a manufacturer you will have inventory of finished goods, opening raw materials and work in progress as well. So you must know how to make the income statements and balance sheets for all of them and all the relevant items. Okay, so final accounts you have to make. Final accounts are basically income statement, balance sheet, and we can say statement of financial position as well, the new word. Also we can say that the capital account, current account, these things as well. And topic number 5 is nothing new, it's just basically topic number 2, inclusion. Okay, whatever you have learned in topic number 2, topic number 5 is basically accounting for year and end of year adjustments, in which we say that this is basically continuation of more detailed discussion on depreciation, irrecoverable debts, okay, other receivables, payables, and application of accounting. So they will basically test you with the adjustments. Okay, so what is topic number 5 is basically that they test you on the adjustments, whatever you have learned in topic number 2, right? Whatever you have learned in topic number 2 on these chapters, they will test you more on that in detail. So adjustments, and you can say adjustments related to what? So you can say depreciation, accruals, prepayments. Okay, that is also called receivables, other payables, depreciation, accruals, prepayment, irrecoverable debts. These are the things. Okay, so this is what they are testing on. Okay, irrecoverable debts and application of accounting concepts, that where will you apply the accounting concept when you have to apply accounting concepts. Okay, so application of accounting concept is also tested in paper 2. So basically in paper 1 they might test definition. Okay, in paper 1 they will test definition of accounting concept or just the understanding. In paper 2 they want you to apply as well, do it a practical case scenario of application of accounting software. With this is paper pattern discussed as well with you students, and we have discussed what is the content as well, 5 topics in total for Edexcel 4AC1 accounting. Hope any questions can be asked in the comment section, or you can connect on my WhatsApp for registration purposes for 2025 sessions. Okay, we'll inshallah complete the syllabus in 7 to 8 months or 6 months as well, according to the speed we are going on. And that is what it is about Edexcel 4AC1. Hope everyone got it. It was informative. Looking forward to hear from you, seeing you in my class. Thank you and good luck.